Hello everybody, it's me, TONIK TZW, and we're here with Kraken 105, which has been sat in storage on the PlayStation 5 for a couple of weeks because I've been a busy chap, but we are in the Tier 5 German battleship slash battle cruiser, the Mackensen, which is the secondary German battleship line, and we've called this one MACK-ATTACK. So there we are, we're on Trident, it's a 5-6 game. I'm not brilliant at battleships, I will say ahead of time, and this new line leaves a lot to be desired. I haven't found them to be very effective in battleship v battleship battles. In battleship v cruiser battles, I find them to be lacking, and the only saving grace is that occasionally the secondaries may warn you about a destroyer that's got a little bit too close. And looking straight out at the start of the map and seeing that there's a Fuso out there, I decide that I don't want to be near him because he can probably slap me off the map in one salvo. We have got a Helena out there as well, so we've got to pop our shots in his general direction as we turn away from the Fuso to give ourselves a bit of a better angle. I do have Chin Laden in division with me, and he's in the Ark Royal, which is his most recent favourite purchase, and you all know Chin is very good in his carriers, and he has been loving the Ark Royal. But we're kiting away from that Fuso. We're still trying to get the shots on the Helena because I'm looking at him and thinking he's going to spam HE if he gets into cover. So we'll do what we can. Fuso gets a shot off in our direction, I think it is, but Chin has just double fired him and he's going to continue to harass that Fuso. We've got a destroyer out in front of us on the cap, and I think the Fuso is about to change his mind as to whether running into that cap was a good idea, because Chin is already on his way back with another set of dive bombers. Fuso has left his fires ticking. I think it's a Z39 there, has almost got the cap. I'm just going to keep popping shots off because I'm currently screened from the Fuso by the destroyer smoke screen, so the Fuso can't actually see me. And there we get a Benson pushing in with the Fuso as Chin slaps some bombs on him again. So he has damage control now, and if you do watch us play on live stream, Chin and I will always be communicating about what's going on with various ships that we are targeting. And so I would have called that one and said, Fuso's damage controlled, he'll be ripe for another run with fires. And he's down to what, 70% health? I feel that he's looking at me. He's trying to avoid his torpedoes. The Benson is still pushing in with him, and I'm going to try and stay as angled as I can to this Fuso, but I lose a turret in the process. I'm just looking at what my secondary range is there, because when I'm playing Tech 3 ships that I don't normally play, I don't have all the numbers in my head. So I'm just thinking, how close do I need to be to this guy? But there we go, the secondaries are on the way, the secondary booster is running. So if Chin doesn't get a fire on him, hopefully our secondaries will. But we pop some shots into him and everything pretty much just bounces off him because he is very well angled towards us. But he gets slapped again by the bombs. He is ticking away. And he's gone. Now we get it with, I think it's a fire damage tick there. We get the kill. There is another Mackensen out there, so he's equal to me. He's seen my secondaries going at the Fuso, so he probably knows how close he needs to be to me. I get a reset on the cap, and whereas he might think I'm going around the back of that island, I'm not. I'm going to swing back around this way. Chin is putting his torpedoes out. Our destroyer has backed off the cap now that he's got a turn. I think he's just trying to avoid planes, but he is going to start heading across to B cap and try and secure that for blue team. We have got another destroyer in the game, but as I found out when we got to the results screen, he was on a 0-0 so either got disconnected or was AFK the whole game. So without knowing it, we were an 8v9. So I'm watching these guys try to take down this Benson who shadowed the Fuso as he came in. I'm aware that there's a cruiser off to my right side. There's a Texas out there. The Benson's there. There's another destroyer there. And that Nuremberg is going to be a problem. But we're going to play a little bit clever with this guy. Because, yeah, he can do a lot of damage very quickly to us. He can get the fire started. He can chip away at us with his armor piercing shells. I'm constantly looking around as to what is happening around us. And although I ping the map to say, hey, DD, push in and take that cap, that's the guy who ends up with a 0-0. So I'm looking at the Texas, who's turned away, so the Nuremberg is the next biggest threat to me. But like all German cruiser commanders, they just run an agile build. They're watching for the shots coming in, and no sooner do you fire your guns, but they start to turn and zigzag away. And initially, I'm thinking of pushing out and pushing this guy, and then having a bit of a crossfire in from B cap and from myself out to the north of C. But this cruiser is going to become an annoyance. And Chin is going to do me a great big favour here and harass that guy for harassing me. Because although we are landing shots, he's obviously got 2 turrets on the rear. I can't get all my turrets round without giving him a big fat target to shoot at, and I don't necessarily want to give him a big fat target to shoot at. He's going for the back of the map, and what that's doing is it's pushing him out of range, or out of an effective range of our ships that are on B cap. It is what 5 ships plays 3, I will say, because we are down that destroyer. As you can see, he still hasn't moved. So as Chin's going out to take some care of that Nuremberg, I'm going to try and avoid these torpedoes. We've got hit points to afford to let the damage tick for a little while. We'll keep putting some pressure onto that Nuremberg as we turn in, and then I see the Texas coming back our way. Last little tap on the Nuremberg, switch our attention to the Texas. Chin has got his bombers out there for the Nuremberg, and this is where the game is going to start to get interesting, because we have had the advantage, even though we've got 2 caps, which has kind of given us an advantage, shall I say, on points, but because we've lost ships, we are 120 points down. There is the red team Serov. The Texas is nearly dead, so he's still taking some fire from there. I'll try to get a couple of turrets onto him, and I can see shots coming in across the top, and that looks like another cruiser. And lo and behold, there is red team's destroyer. Now, I am not one of these battleship captains that relies on everybody else to shoot at the destroyer. If I can see a destroyer, I'm going to shoot at him. So I'm expecting torpedoes from the left. I've got a Trento out there to the front, so I'm expecting torpedoes from my front. The cruiser was out there to my right trying to set me on fire. Here comes some more torpedoes, and boom, 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 boom. We're going to soak some of those, but just before they arm, thankfully, so we don't get wiped off the map. We take care of the Trento, which gives us kill number 3. We've outturned the Akatsuki's torpedoes, so I'm kind of hoping that this Z39 would keep this guy spotted so my secondaries can take care of him. Here come the torpedoes from the Italian cruiser, and I'm going to pop a heel. We're going to blind fire those shots across there, see what we can do. We are the focus of attention now. Chin has got the destroyer spotted. I can't see any fire going in from our Z39. Nope, there we go. He's got shots on now, not doing a very good job of it, Sunshine. My secondaries are going, and I'm expecting to get a close quarters kill here, but I'm not going to wait for it. As soon as these turrets are loaded, I am going to pop some shots out there. And plop, there he goes. So we've managed to pull this one back from 120 points down to we're almost 300 points up, and those two caps are going to keep us ticking. I am burning, but that's shortly going to disappear. I've got 42 seconds before my next heal comes up. And there is Mr. Easy Mode carrier, the Serov, who has spotted our Akatsuki, who hasn't moved the entire game, and gets himself a close quarters kill. So great job, Akatsuki, for dying in the most embarrassing way possible. Serov is the last ship of the game. He can still take me out of this game with a well-placed torpedo run or a good skippy bomb attack, but this destroyer now appears to be understanding that he can keep me alive with will to rebuild. He can certainly give me an extra boost, staying in will to rebuild range as I pop my heal. The Serov has run himself straight into an island. Chin is onto him. I know there's torpedo planes coming from what is now my bow, so I'm going to turn into them. He's dropped them short, which is going to allow me to squeeze straight through the middle of these torpedoes without taking a point of damage. He's finished doing his 3-point turn by the looks of it. The Z-39 is putting his guns on, but we are going to let this Serov know that as much as we've appreciated his attention this entire game, it's now his turn. And that gives us a triple Citadel, Dev Strike, and Kraken number 105. It isn't a huge damage game with 75,500, but we played, we pushed, we supported, and we bashed as much as we could out of that one. So all in all, not a bad game. Finish on 2385 base XP with 5 kills. So I hope you've liked this addition to the Kraken collection. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if there's anything you liked about this video, leave me a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you. And don't forget to check out these links for other videos that are available on the channel. Until next time, take care and goodbye.